Well, we logged in, and I immediately got attacked by this fray feather. What is it? Stagwing. Fray feather stagwing. So let's take care of this, and then we can get kind of started with our episode. So, yeah, last episode I think it ended saying something like, "Oh yeah, my wife might be getting up, and if she does, we'll end kind of abruptly." And that's exactly, exactly what happened. It was like moments after I said that. I think I heard her out in our living room, which is right next door here, and she's like, "Hey, can I come in?" Like, yeah. So, we got our metallic fragment and our resilient sinew from that. That's nice. Let's do a quick little heal. I wasn't actually ready for this mob, so when it attacked me, I was like, usually what I do is I sit down, check my audio levels, make sure everything's recording fine, check the video, make sure it looks good, kind of look around, and then start my timer, hit the record button. I let it play for like 10 seconds usually before I talk or do anything else. So that I can, I use that first like 10 seconds to catch a little bit of background noise that's in the room. It's usually just my computer. It's like a really quiet hum. And then I remove that noise using like a noise filter when I go to edit the video. So the first like about 10 seconds, usually let it sit and I don't do anything. Our bags are pretty full. We actually, I don't think we have any extra mage weave either. We have plenty of these kind of cruddy waters we can use to drink. But basically for now, we're going to kill these guys until we get at least 20 resilient sinews. And then I guess we could keep killing them for the metallic fragments. It seems fine. Like, I don't really know what has the highest drop rate for metallic fragments. I might look that up because I might focus on whatever that is. But for the most part, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I obviously logged out just here in the middle of nowhere. We had a lot of rested experience anyway. It's been like 5 days since I played this character at least. Today's 26th. Might have been about a week. So unfortunately we missed out on some rested experience maybe, but not very much. We're close to capped out anyway, I think. Whoops, did not mean to move. I got him. So, let me pull up a few things here. What have I been up to recently? It's been kind of just like a normal week for me. It's kind of nice, like it just being straight up like, just sort of like I said last time. I think I'm kind of getting back to normal now that I'm done with my interviews. I had a presentation on Wednesday. Ooh, oh, the guy looks kind of different colored. It looks kind of cool, but it's just a hippogriff. It doesn't actually do anything fancy. So it was kind of a normal week, but I had a presentation on Wednesday for my department. And about once or twice a year, I'll present my research to my entire department. It's about, it's like a subset of the department. It's about usually 20 to 40 people will attend these. This time, because of COVID-19, we're doing these all online. And we had about 25 attendees. Pretty good turnout for being kind of an online sort of like midday thing. I ended up had a good presentation, I think. Got some good comments, got some good questions afterwards about my research. Went pretty well. Can't really complain. I'm happy to be done with it. It's kind of one of those things, like, I wasn't really excited to present. I have talked about the specific topic a couple times already, so it's kind of felt a little repetitive in my mind. I had never talked about it to that audience, but I've presented it elsewhere. This was something I've talked about a while back, how we discovered a new species of bacteria in a bottle of antibiotics. So that was kind of interesting. And so I talked about that research. But if you've been following my Let's Plays, you may recall that I've talked about that story as far back as probably January, maybe even as far back as like November or December of 2019. So we've been working on that for a while, and I'm mostly done with the project now. Like, we've kind of put it together. We need to do some fine-tuning of the manuscript and then submit it for peer review. I've been lazy on that the last probably month. I haven't really worked on it as much as I need to. So I need to eventually just tidy it up and then send it to a couple of the other authors in the paper and get their comments and fold those in, and then we can submit it for review. So by the way, we're almost done with the resilient sinew now. We've gotten, it's pretty good drop rate. What I was going to do is going to check and see if there's any mobs that drop the metallic fragments. At a higher rate, because I would love to go get those mobs and not kill the hippogriffs if they're like, you know, relatively low drop rate. It looks like, based on drop rate percent, actually the best ones are probably the hippogriffs. Yeah, they're up it's as high as 50 to 59%, whereas some of the other mobs, like the owl beasts, or no, yeah, the giants are like 12% maybe. Yeah, let's stick to these guys. So we're only... Oh, this is going to take forever. Oh, whoa. One of our trees walked up to us. This is what we need anyway. We need this for the splintered log, so it's kind of convenient. Shrinky dinks. Where's Pandic? Up there he is. Good, good. I guess we'll do this. Just kill these guys forever. Is there another quest we have out here to work on? I think I will go head back to... Nice, okay. I think I will go back to town and turn in all of our quests that we've done. Well, this is Camp Mohachi. Okay. This is Booty Bay. And let's turn in those two, just in case there's a chain for those. I don't think there will be. I guess I might as well kill what's along the way, at least for the hippogriffs. But this is going to be a long quest. If we really need to... If we're not even halfway, we're barely 25% of the way done with... This is going to take forever. I think we'll do it though. They're pretty easy kills. We've got a lot of rested experience. I don't really see a reason not to do this quest. The natural materials, we've already done so much of it. I just wish the drop rate would be higher on these things. I'm going to go ahead and summon my chicken here. We're about to pull 2 mobs anyway. Chicken took the beating for a moment there, which is nice. And otherwise, so I've been raiding consistently, pretty much the last 3 months. I've been pretty consistently raiding with my druid. My druid has everything he needs from Molten Core, Zul'Gurub, and Blackwing Lair. At this point, the only things I could use are some of the Green Dragon drops, so especially like the nature resist stuff. That would be really nice. I've killed a few Green Dragons, but nothing has dropped, or I haven't gotten the drops at least. Huh. There we go. Inventory's full. Ugh. Okay, how do we clear up our inventory slightly? Let's use this last Rumsy Rum. That's fine. I would rather have the ability to loot more random junk and sell it than leave that be. So, yeah, I'm pretty well geared, you know. Like, I'm missing some of the world boss drops. That'd be nice. Mostly nature is just for AQ40. Otherwise, pretty good. I need, Drake Fang Talisman. It's a trinket from Blackwing Lair that gives you, it's like 2% hit. I think it's like 2% hit, 1% crit, 1% dodge, and like some attack power. It's a really insane trinket. Long Elegant Feather, I want that. Let's dump Heart of the Wild. I think these are worth more in the auction house. Heart of the Wild is something I've got a few of in the bank already. It's not that incredible. Do we have any other food? I guess I got Spotted Yellowtail. It's kind of weak, but I'll go ahead and eat it. Yeah. This guy's gonna aggro onto us. Yeah, so it feels pretty good, but it's been fun. I really enjoy the group I've been raiding with, my guild. They're called Impervious on Grobulus. They're pretty nice, fun people. I enjoy it. I look forward to my raids quite a bit. Even Molten Core, we do usually Black Lair Tuesdays, Molten Core Wednesdays, and or Thursdays, sorry. And even Blackwing Lair or Molten Core is kind of repetitive as it's gotten. I still enjoy it, and we have some good times in there. It's kind of silly. We're pretty slow going. Like, it took us an hour and a half to clear Molten Core yesterday, which was good for us. Like, I think it's usually closer to 2 hours, but we like mess around a lot. We do a bunch of goofy stuff, and we chat a lot in Discord, so it's kind of maybe not that surprising that we go slow. Let's go ahead now at this point. I'm just going to go back to town. I want to empty out my bags. We're just kind of overloaded on stuff. Feel good just to clear that out. I'm going to skip all these mobs. We'll have to come back here and kill these guys. It's a little bit silly maybe to do this, but think it's still worth it. We did hit 50, but I think we got our skills 50 already. I'm not totally sure if we actually ever did skill up on that. I'll check next time we go to Orgrimmar. And I want to go to Ratchet eventually and get the Stone Circle quest. How do we get out of here? I think I gotta go this way. Yeah, let's kind of run around. I think that there's like that ogre mound back there is kind of a down, like, what is this? Huh. A couple of alliance over there. I was thinking, I was like, maybe I'll go fight these guys, but one of them is a 41. Sure, I could kill that easy. I think 41, maybe 43. The other one's a 53. Oh, excuse me. Which, to be honest, I would have probably had a decent shot against. I thought I was gonna. The 41 is like too low. Like I kind of, even though I'd get honor, I'd kind of feel a little guilty about killing that. But the 53 would have been a good challenge. So let's turn in these quests. It'll be a minute still. It's kind of a long run. You don't need to do. Swap the carrot. There we go. Get that 3% movement speed. Yeah, so I haven't heard back yet for my job that I applied for. I think I talked about this quite a bit now, but it's I've spoken to the hiring committee, and they just told me that they're still going through. There's like multiple committees that have to kind of discuss who they want to hire, agree on it, and then pass it on to like someone in the hire committee, and that hire committee has to then approve it, and it goes back to the first committee, and then they reach out to the candidates. So they basically are just saying they're kind of still in this process. So I don't know. I have no new information as to whether or not I am being picked as the 1 out of 3 people. It's also possible they don't pick any of us, but I'm pretty confident that they would pick one of us. It felt like my interview went really well, all things considered. Not perfect, but I think it went really well. And I know they spent a lot of time on this hiring process, so it would surprise me if they say that they're not going to hire anyone, unless it's because of like a system-wide shutdown. Oh, excuse me. Like due to COVID-19 or something. But as far as I spoke to them about that too, and they said that they're past that point where they would not close this position based on the pandemic, so... yeah, we'll see. So still kind of waiting. It's probably going to be another week at least before I would hear back either way. And I think it's upwards of 3 weeks before I'll hear back. It's kind of a long process. It's a very long process, but yeah. So still waiting. You'll know for sure. Looking for one more. I can't not, every time this guy Soups says something, I can't not repeat exactly what he says in World Chat. It's just too funny to me. Okay, so we're back in Camp Mohachi. Let's turn in the Mark of Quality. Thick Yeti hides. Ah, excellent. So we'll get 11 agility, 6 stamina boots, which are not really... I mean, they're probably better than what we have, but we lose some armor, and I don't know, they're okay. Or... 10 strength and 9 agility gloves, which are not better than what we have. So let's grab the boots, which I'm almost tempted to take the boots. I'll lose 80 armor. I'll lose 9 strength, 8 spirit, but nah, I don't know if I love that. Improved quality. Oh, cool. Bring 10 Rage Scar Yeti hides. Okay. And then northern part of Feralas, deep within Rage Scar Hold. Okay. Another strong group of Yetis. Okay. I know where that is. Let's vendor off some of this stuff, repair, all that good stuff. So what are we getting rid of? I'm going to get rid of these shoe toys and stuff. Like I was keeping them for fun, but now I just want to make the space. Okay, we'll get rid of that. We have a lot of enchanted water. 15 spirit gloves. Get rid of that. Sword we can't use. Just clam meat. Elemental water, vibrant plume, hollow bone. Okay. I'm gonna sell off this water. 1 stack of it's good, but it's not like great water for us anyway. It's like level 25 water, so having a ton of it doesn't sound super appealing to me. think, man, our bags. Oh, this, I guess I was like, why is my bag still so full? Oh, we do have some mage weave there. Okay, I overlooked it earlier. I was talking about that. Small flame sack I'm gonna keep. Star ruby I'm gonna keep. Vendor those. Iron ore, heavy stone. Oh, the ultra shrinker. We don't need this anymore. We're done with this quest. It's kind of fun though. And this hat I think was an upgrade for us over our heal set. Yeah, so we're gonna keep the hat. So everything here we're basically gonna hold on to. It's quite a bit of stuff. Which is like, it's quite a lot of stuff rolling onto. I'm gonna try and organize it a little better. Alright, let's put this here, sure. Yeah, we have a lot of things. This resilience in you we can put down here, this will put here, and the water can go here. Okay. A little better. Oh, is it raining before? It was not raining, right? I've talked about this a million times. I love the rain in this game. A nice rainy day, especially in like the jungle environments, which is where it tends to rain. I think more commonly. I don't know if that's true. It feels like it's true, but I don't know if it's actually true. Yeah, these are the best. I swear, man, like one of my favorite things in this game is just like getting up early in the morning. Like today, it's like 4:11 server time. Just get up early in the morning and rainy day, go fishing, go grind some mobs, just like go walk around in the zone a bit, chatting with some people in the guild. It's a lot of fun. So we're turning in a new cloak sheen, and let's see, wonderful shaman. These will do nicely. I hope the trip wasn't too dangerous. The area of Feralas is not known for being forgiving, but you've obviously done well enough. Thank you again. Cool. Oh, there's a follow-up. Being 20 Grimtotem horns. Okay. Okay, so there were follow-ups to this. He wants us to kill a bunch of the Grimtotem. That's a little murderous, but sure, let's do that. I need to turn off my buff tracker over here. I don't need this on right now. Interface options. Loading. It glitches out. Basically, every time I'm in a raid, it pops up, which is what I want it to do. But then it doesn't go away when I'm soloing or in a 5-man. The buff tracker, I've talked about this a little bit. It's because there's a buff cap. When you hit like 32 buffs, your last buff, or like the first buff you put on or last buff you put on, something like that won't necessarily function anymore, or even will just be removed from you. And I've hit that buff cap a few times recently, so I'm trying to monitor that for raids to make sure I don't lose buff space. Oh yeah, so a couple of things. I don't need this actually. I got this really cool one-hand mace that I love. I'm not gonna equip it right now, but I want to show you this. Look at this mace. Okay, to me, it's one of the coolest looking maces in the game. It's just like a torch. It's a one-hand mace, right? There's another torch that's a held in offhand, same model as that is very cool, and I will talk about that later. We're gonna go get that. We're gonna go to Westfall just to get it, because it's actually in an alliance zone, the quest, but it's a horde. But horde can also take the quest. It's also the fire festival right now, so we're gonna eventually do, or the Midsummer festival. So we're gonna do a little bit of that at some point. I also got this map. Actually, I found it on my druid on the auction house for 2 gold on the neutral auction house, and I was like, awesome. So like this is the one I was talking about in Teneris a few episodes back, that we had like the middle and lower fragment. We didn't have the upper fragment, and it wasn't in the auction house anywhere. I wasn't gonna just like try to find that top fragment, so I just abandoned the quest and threw the fragments away or sold them. I don't remember which, but I found this for 2 gold. It's like, oh yeah, so we're gonna go back to Teneris, even though that's probably a low level quest at this point, and at some point we'll do that soon. It's kind of a fun quest line. Excuse me. So I do plan to do that at some point. But for now, it looks like what we need to do, kill some Grimtotem and kill some bigger Yeti. The Grimtotem quest, let's just do the Yeti and the Grimtotem quest. I think we'll do both. Yeah. I was thinking of doing like the Grimtotem and turning it in, but I think we'll just do both. The Grimtotem is going to be really easy because these mobs are fairly low level for us at this point, and they're right over here, so they're not even far away. I think these totems. Yeah, so like any of these mobs can drop what we need, I think. And oh, before I do this, let's put our chicken back. I feel like I've had like allergies or something the last maybe week, like maybe like 2 weeks. My right eye, especially like on the inside of my eye, like near the bridge of my nose, that side of it, or near my nose, has been there we go, Grimtotem horn, easy. That was a really fast kill, by the way. Has been this kind of like irritated and like almost like itchy. Like I just feel itchy. And my wife and I have gone a lot more walks recently, just walking around the neighborhood and stuff. Especially since the quarantine started, we've been doing that. So I've been outside a little more than I might normally be. A lot of times for exercise, I'll be at the gym, right? So I'm basically indoors. These raiders are what's beefier than the shaman. The shaman seem to be kind of squishy. These guys don't really do much damage to us, but they, yeah, they look a little bit tankier, I guess. But yeah, I wonder if it's allergies. I do have like mild seasonal allergies. Like I don't take anything for it, like an antihistamine or whatever. I don't even bother because it's so mild. We're doing pretty good on these horns, by the way. But these are also, the naturalists are also the Tauren. They don't look like the Tauren, but they are. Ooh, iron deposit. Oh, there might be a quest over here. I just remembered that. I'm pretty sure there's a quest over here. These guys, I think, shapeshift to human form or Tauren form and then will heal, possibly. But I guess if they just die, then they don't do that. Feels weird killing druids in bear form. So, you know what I want to do? There is a quest over here, I'm pretty sure, that I forgot about. It's overlooking this town, if I remember right. I'm going to ignore all these mobs for the moment. Also an iron deposit that I may grab in a bit. But let's take a look. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to aggro that. It's fine. Let's kill it. Yeah, these guys are 7 levels below us, so they're quite squishy. We crit them a lot, and one Wind Fury proc basically is like the demise of these things. Oh, I was too slow. Yeah, oh, it doesn't matter anyway. We're halfway done, almost. 9 of 20. So I think... How do I get up here? Oh, it's not even... That's just a bear. It's not even a druid. It's like, oh, kill the druid. Nope, just the bear. So I'm stuck here, okay. It has been a while, but I'm pretty sure there's something up here. I think I'm in the wrong spot for it, but I'm going to keep going this way because it's vaguely... How can I not jump up that? Really? How am I not making this jump? There's like nothing here. There we go. There's no way I'm not making that jump. Alright, let's keep looking. Where am I looking? This is not the right spot. These are some high-level ogres that I do not want to fight. Actually, where am I anyway? This is kind of cool. Okay, I want to go around here. This does not feel like the right spot, by the way. I'm just exploring for the sake of kind of wondering what's over here. Oh, that's kind of cool. I've never like gone up this way. I wonder if I could actually climb up this side of Dire Maul. Interesting. Am I just totally wrong on this? I could have sworn there was like a quest up here. Oh, I think this is it. I think this is the spot. Okay. I think this little ramp here leads up to this person. What? Oh, it's a civilian. Ah, run. Maybe it's an alliance only quest. Kindle Moonweaver. I wonder if it's an Alliance only quest. Kindle Moonweaver. I'm gonna look this up now. Kindle Moonweaver. Yeah, so starts an orphan looking for a home, freedom for all creatures. Yeah, this is an Alliance only quest. Okay, that's an Alliance only quest. So if you're at about 6647 in Feralas, the coordinates, you can go up this ramp here, and there's a quest there to free. There's actually some sprite darters that you can free that are in this cage right here. That's the quest I was thinking of. I guess it's Alliance only, which is good to know. It's like some memory from my Dwarf Priest that I played, my vanilla Dwarf Priest, from that series. I think I did that quest if you want to go back and look at it. I have no idea what episode number it was, but hopefully maybe the title of the episode would give some clue. Anyway, so for us, so these are sprite darters are captured. You get free them if you're Alliance, but I guess Horde, we don't care. It's kind of funny. Yeah, so we're going to keep killing these guys, get the 9 more Grimtotem horns we need, and then let's go do the Rage Scar Yetis. Ignoring the captured sprite darters. How terrible are we? We're about to pull like 3 of these things. Let's do a Stoneclaw Totem for funsies. I kind of like Stoneclaw Totems. Like, I mean, obviously they have their uses, but they've saved me a lot. Like, more than any other totem, I would almost argue that they've saved me from dying more than anything. Because there's just so many times I'm pulling like a pack of 3 mobs, and it basically gives me, you know, all that health as a bonus health, essentially. Let's pull a Shaman. I think we'll pull him by himself. Nope, that's okay. He's gonna get ready to Earth Shock when it tries to heal. He got away. That's stupid. I really thought he was going to die from the totem, so I just let him run. He's going to heal up and then run back, probably. I just whack him once. Got him. Wind Fury is a little bit excessive, but that's fine. Oh, this guy lived with 7 health. Flame Shock. The dots didn't get him. Bummer. Let's... I don't know if there's like a treasure chest or a rare spawn or anything in this area. I don't see anything, really. Looks kind of boring. Let's pull this. I vaguely remember raiders. I vaguely remember that this area has a high respawn rate for some reason. Like, it's sort of sounds right. Let's see if I can get like what's good. Let's do this. It's kind of a fun. Oh, hold on, let's. Can we get one of these to face me? That works. Okay. There we go. I like that. I always think of like I've had a lot more fun doing thumbnails for this series using screenshots from the episodes rather than like my Orc Warlock, my Dwarf Priest series. Those were all done using like the same template that I made or used someone else's art. I think for the Worgen Warlock series for Legion and BFA. For that series, I had some art I used for part of it that I actually reached out to the artist and asked for their permission. I don't remember the artist's name, but I did reach out for permission for that. And I kind of like this. It's easy, but to be honest, I have more fun like just thinking of a screenshot to take. It's not a big deal, but it's kind of fun. So I think I prefer this. Requires bamboo cage key. I think you can't get that key unless you're on the quest. I'm pretty sure. These Tauren don't have any treasure chests in their town at all, it seems like. Unless there's Pandaco. Fell asleep, I guess. Unless I'm missing it, which is very possible. Like I'm just overlooking one. But I don't see him anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and make up 7 more bandages. So we got the Mage Weave. I think we might have picked up a little bit more even just from killing these guys. Another skill up's kind of nice. Doesn't really matter that much at this point. I think we can already train everything at 270 or something is pretty much everything we'd want. Let's bandage up once and then get this iron ore, and then we're done with the Grimtotems actually. So we can at this point head to the Super Yeti that are a little bit north of here. Let's bandage. Oh, so what was I going to say? I had something in mind. If my camera looks a little bit different, like the angle, I actually moved my camera. For my presentation, I tend to like this angle more, and I'll explain why in a moment. But for my presentation that I was mentioning for my department, I was presenting at home, so it was just easier, it's quieter. Like it's hard to get some of the conference rooms reserved right now due to the shutdown still. So at my university, it's hard to get some of our conference rooms reserved. So it's like, I'll just do it at home. So there's a lot of stuff in the background like here. Like we don't have a lot of space in our home. And so the one spot we store extra stuff is literally the shelf. Like we have, my wife's got some like arts and crafts stuff. I've got some spare computer parts. In fact, that brown box right there is holding a microphone that a company sent me to review that I have worked on but have not finished the review yet. And that was like, I feel really bad. It was like 6 months ago. I fell behind badly on that. So much changed because it was just before COVID-19 they sent it. And then everything in life has changed so much that I just haven't gotten around to like finishing that review. But like that's a computer part. There's this box right here. The little red part sticking out is actually the original Warcraft 1 Orcs and Humans game. So that's like my computer box, I guess I call it. It's got physical computer games in it, which aren't that many. I have like 5 physical computer games. It's got a backup external hard drive, just like a couple manuals for things, strategy guides. Anyway, just like my computer box. It's not computer parts for the most part. I think one of these boxes here are like shoes. Uh-oh, some line scum. That's right. Yeah, so the ones that are kind of right behind me here, I think are my wife's shoe boxes, I think. And then you can't see the rest, but down at the bottom there would be a box of like keepsakes, we call it, just like trinkety things that have some sentimental value. And then up the top, up here, just sticking off a little bit right there, are some like winter clothes, like some, like not like clothes, but like I think it's like gloves, scarves, hats, that kind of thing. And then I've got a box of shoes in the bottom. You can't see, it's like where my chest is. That's where I keep my extra shoes. So it's like my dress shoes and stuff kind of hang out there, because I don't wear dress shoes every day. I usually wear Chucks like 90% of the time. If I'm not wearing Chucks, I'm wearing tennis shoes because I'm like going for a walk or running or something. And if I'm not wearing Chucks or tennis shoes, then it's probably dress shoes. And I've got a small box down here of a couple, like 2 pairs of dress shoes, like a brown pair and a black pair. And then the last thing I'm thinking about this, so I don't know why I've got this memorized because I've looked at it for so much, is directly above here, top shelf. You can't see it. Oh, I ran off the cliff. That's what happens in your monologuing. That's fine. We were lucky we ran off into water and did not die. I'm going to rebuff while we're doing this. That last box up there you can't see would be my one of my boxes of computer parts. So I have 2 boxes of computer parts. One of them, the one that's up there, is literally just spare computer parts. It's a lot of old parts, like literally some of those are motherboards from like maybe 10 years ago. Because I was working on some different projects and putting stuff together and had a lot of fun with it. But I'm done with it for the most part now. It's basically like a box of stuff I'm going to sell, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. And then my other box of computer parts is actually in my closet. It's where I keep, it's not so much parts, it's more like tools, like stuff that I would clean my computer with, screwdriver kit to take stuff apart, a couple spare fans, some anti-static bags. So I think we need to go over here, by the way, like this direction. Hold on, let me double check this. Improved quality. I sort of think they're actually down here. My memory's saying they're down here, but there's a cave marked here. I'm gonna go to that cave. I know it's on the east side of this spot here, but I'm not totally good at remembering where it's at. But let's take a peek. Is this right? Oh, this looks right. This looks right. Yep. This little pile of meat here and this ramp are really familiar to me. Rage Scar Hold. Perfect. What level are these guys? 48. So they're pretty beefy, but they're not insane. They should be fine for us to kill. We can shrink and ink this guy. Did I shrink myself? What just happened? Oh, increased size and attack power. Even better. It looks like I was jumping when that happened, so I didn't really notice, but it didn't look like my size changed. 500 experience for that. Wow. I mean, we've got rested experience, but that's a lot still. Let's do this. Yeah. I like it. Okay. So that's our shelf. Anyway, that was a tangent, but the point of that shelf is that it's our storage space, basically. We have 2 closets in our entire home. Basically, each closet, there we go, 1 of 10 for our Yeti hides. Basically, one of those closets is my wife's for her clothes, and one of them is mine for my clothes, plus some extra storage, and one of them, like, we use some of that space for, like, we have, like, Christmas decorations and stuff, right? So, a few seasonal decorations. We have, like, 2 things of luggage, so if we travel, so it's like that stuck in there. So it's like, and it comes down to it, our closets are fairly full. So we have a shelf that we had before we moved. Actually, we had that shelf even back in our old home. And I'm gonna pull this guy before he gets too close to that other one. And thus, it's not the most appealing thing. So for a presentation, I turned my camera. So I actually put it to, I have 2 monitors on. This is the right monitor. Left one's over here. I moved to the left monitor and faced it this way, because over there you can kind of see the edges of it, but that's where we have this is our kind of our guest room office thing. So accordingly, let's eat, and we have more food, good, and drink. So what we actually have is a pretty nice corner over there. It's just like the bedspread and like a kind of like a nice empty wall and a little mirror. So it's not very, it's a little less revealing of our random stuff that I don't necessarily want to broadcast to like my coworkers. And to be honest, nothing back here is embarrassing. It's just kind of messy looking. I don't want to be distracting in my presentation. So I switched it to that side, and then I moved my camera back since then, but I think it's off a little bit. I feel like it might be a little bit, I don't know, it's pretty close, but it might be a little bit more to this side. I think it's aiming a little bit turned that way, but it's hard to tell. I'd have to like look at my other videos, and I don't know if I care that much. I could also use like a virtual background, because it was all over Zoom, and I did use a virtual background, but you know, sometimes virtual backgrounds will glitch, especially if you're like, I talk with my hands a lot. It'll show a little bit of stuff while your hands are moving, and I was like, I don't really want to show anything, like, I don't know exactly what would be there, but just in case. I was like, I'm gonna be a little cautious about it. Let's just drop our chickeny friend here, see if we get the cluck bonus. 5% attack speed would be nice. We'll pull this other guy over here, kind of convenient. Oh yeah, I got the cluck bonus. 5% attack speed. That's all I ever really want from this guy. Nice. I mean, it's great when the battle chicken enrages, but the 5% attack speed is like, that stays with you, for like 5 minutes. That's wonderful. Now he could enrage would be wonderful too, because we got the cluck bonus. I call it the cluck bonus, but it's actually the battle squawk, which is even more awesome. The battle squawk bonus. I don't know why I call it the cluck bonus. It's because he clucks and it just sounds funny to me. Oh, it's kind of a bad drop rate. I just realized it's only our second out of 2 out of 10 we need. We got 2 of them, and we've killed about 6 of those, so not terrible, but not amazing. There's a few Yetis here. I might be able to get our chicken in combat still. He's about to despawn, I think. Let's see. Get a few hits maybe in. He parried, did 1 damage. 1 damage. There he goes, enraged. Nice, 126. Sweet. He did about 200 damage for us. I'll take it. Let's just heal. I have a lot more water than food, so I'm kind of trying to be cautious about using up all my food. I want to get this mithril deposit, that's what I really want. Rest in peace, chicken. Served us well. I think this area also is kind of a fast respawn rate, so I'm kind of cautious about going into the cave. I don't want to necessarily clear into that and then get stuck in there. A bunch of mobs respawn. I suddenly feel like my voice is giving out, which is unfortunate. I'm going to take like a 30-second talk break. Enjoy the silence. It's rare for me. I don't know how much it really helps to take a brief break from talking, but sometimes I feel like it helps a bit. I've definitely developed a good voice, not a good voice, but the capacity to talk a lot over the years from doing these videos. I mean, it's really the visualization of these videos. So what I mean is, where's this at? Oh, there it is. Cool. When I'm editing the videos, you know, like you put a video up on a editing software, and you see like the waveforms of the audio. It's so funny to me when I look at that, and it's just a constant. The microphone records the constant waveform. There's no flat line. I'm just talking the entire time, and at this point, I make the assumption that if you're watching these videos, especially this deep into them, you probably are okay with that, right? Like if you don't like the talking, then you probably tuned out fairly early on. If you look at some of my YouTube comments, occasionally I get someone that says something like, "This guy never stops talking," and it's like, and then they kind of are like, some people have said the like negative things, like this guy needs to stop talking or needs to shut up or something. It's pretty rare. There's a few older videos, especially, I'll see that comment. Like, I mean, yeah, maybe, but it's one of those things. Like, there's a lot of things on the internet. If it's not overtly offensive, then I don't know. I feel like you can just turn it off and ignore it. You don't have to be too upset. We got our squawk bonus for a moment here. Let's try and use it on this mob. I've never really explored this cave. Elder Rage Scars, yeah. I don't know. We did get, by the way, a pair of pants here. It's 22 strength plate gear. That's pretty nice pants for level 46, but we can't wear plate anyway, so that's it to that. Let's kill this mob. One more hit. Nice. Let's back up to rebuff Wind Fury. Drop a totem. We've gotten 4 of 10, so we're not doing awful, but it's kind of a slow drop rate. It's not amazing. I will. So I'm trying to make sure I get these names right. I hope I don't butcher all these names. So, I want to do my usual thank you to my Patreon supporters, but we actually have... Let's drink real fast. Not that fast, let's just drink while I do this. So, as always, I like to thank my Patreon supporters, right? And so right now, what I always do is name by name 3 people, or anyone, not just 3, but whoever. Right now it's 3 people that are my top tier supporters. So right now it's Adam H, Luke D, and Chris S. So thank you guys for your support. I appreciate that. But I've gotten recently the habit, it's something I started maybe a month ago, of naming one time the people that joined my Patreon for the first time. Just like a quick thank you, like a quick shout out to them. And I always worry I butcher those names, and I'm probably butchering this, but I'm reading them off here. So welcome to the Patreon team. Tobias K, thank you. And I hope I got this right. Lucas S, thank you. It's Lucas's name is spelled Lukaszz, which is not how my mind Lucas is Lucas, but that's like a very Americanized version of Lucas. Lukaszz. I've never seen it spelled that way before, so I'm hoping I pronounced that right. If not, I'm sorry. Like I probably should have Googled that ahead of time. This is kind of a cool cave. Like, look at this thing. Oh, okay. Oof. I did not want to jump down there. I don't think there's anything down here I particularly need, and I don't necessarily want to go deeper into this cave. I might just clear up here. Just call it a day, or like clear my way out then. There is a mithril node I would like, but I don't know if I want to go down into that pit for it. It's kind of a cool area though. I think we did get a skill up on our mining. Yeah, we're up to 240 from that mithril we pulled out there in the front. That's kind of nice. But yeah, I'm not going to go any deeper in this cave besides killing this mob up here, I think. These elders are a little bit beefier. I don't know if the drop rate's higher, but it feels like it might be. Like it vaguely seems ferocious rage scar. Yeah, these are the elders. They seem like it's a little bit higher, possibly, the drop rate. Which is kind of nice. Oh, let's see this. Okay. I don't know if it's higher, but I think we've gotten like 3 since we've 2 or 3 since we've walked in this cave. We've only killed like 3 of these guys. I also think you can skin these guys for the quest item. Like I have a vague memory that if you skin the mobs, they can drop the quest item, but I'm not a skinner, so I can't test that theory. But I sort of think they can drop from being skinned. Let's pull this back to our totem. We should finish this quest up today, and then we'll probably... I'm almost considering hearthing to Orgrimmar, which sounds maybe a little bit strange. Oh, he resisted my frost shock. Let's eat and drink. Oh, these guys put a dot. I wasn't paying attention to that. Interesting. Let's wait for this to drop. Let's bandage and then drink. So I think I'm going to hearth to Orgrimmar at the end of this to save myself the run back to Camp Mohachi. And we're going to fly to Ratchet, pick up the stone circle from Marvin Rivet Seeker in Tenaris, and then we'll probably go to Booty Bay to turn in this rescue quest here that we've got. Get that out of our logs. Actually, I want to go out of this cave now. I think at this point we need 4 more of these things. I don't want to go any deeper in here. I don't see any chests up here either. And I really don't feel like jumping down there for the mithril. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna sit down. Yeah, they're respawning, which is fine. That's what I expected. But yeah, I think I want to go to Ratchet to get that quest, go to Booty Bay to turn in the quest, then go to Tenaris to turn in the quest from Ratchet, then go back to Camp Mohachi and turn in Grimtotem Horn and Rage Scar Yeti Hide. So we're probably not going to get all that done today, especially going to Booty Bay and back, but we'll probably start moving that direction. Eventually, I really do want to try to solo this Trollbane quest we've had forever in our inventory. I think at 51, if it's still green, I'll go try to solo it. If it turns gray, I might just give up on it. But I think we can solo it soon. 7 of 10 for those keeping count at home. Yeah, I kind of like killing the Rage Scar Yeti. It's a little bit easier to kill. And I don't think the drop rate is horrendously worse. We killed like 6 and we got 2 of them or something, 1 or 2, so it wasn't too bad. Kind of a cool cave though. It's like that purple gas cloud thing on the ground that you might have saw when we were back in there. I kind of liked it. Happy to be not too deep in there though. I mean, actually, now that I think about it, if the drop rate was better, and I don't know if it was, but it felt like it might have been, then maybe I should just kill in there, especially if I'm planning to leave, like to hearth out anyway. Like, does it matter if I get kind of stuck in there and respawns block me? Like, so the reason why I'm hesitant, it's not that I'll die, but it's inefficient to clear all the way in, and then get stuck in there, have to clear out, even if I'm done with the quest, right? So, I don't necessarily feel like killing these mobs unless I'm doing the quest. But maybe let's explore, because we could actually work towards the mithril vein that way. Be kind of nice. I think I'll just follow the path around instead of... Oh, let's get this guy. I'm just going to do this. He's not the elite, the higher level ones, kind of the lower level ones, so it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, so today is Friday. I mentioned earlier it's the 26th of June, and we're actually taking the day off, my wife and I. We're going to go for a bike ride. There's like a park near us. There's like a bike path that opened up. It was closed for the quarantine, but it opened up somewhat recently, and we haven't had a chance to go over there yet. We haven't biked all year due to everything going on, and we're not like hardcore cyclists or anything. We always like to go on like casual bike rides sometimes, and the weather is nice. It actually looks really gloomy out today. Like I'm looking right now, and it's very overcasty. Which makes you wonder what the weather is like. I'm going to check this out. I wonder if it's overcast because that dust cloud thing. It's supposed to be it's like a sub-Saharan dust cloud that moved in to the U.S. the last day or so, or starting today. Ooh, what a spooky purple cloud this guy has here. These ogres, Yetis have. Alright, I'm low on mana, so I'm going to sit and drink after we kill this mob. I'm just going to go ahead and burn the rest of my mana at this point. So it says there is a 60% chance of rain today. About that, yeah. It's not that bad. I don't know. It's about 50%, I think, really. Should be fine. Probably go for a bike ride, see what happens. Alright. I am completely out of mana now. I've got 20 mana. There we go, another one of our Yeti hides, though. Let's drink the good water, since we actually need quite a bit of mana. Oh, so my druid, I mentioned that we are, have been raiding a lot with him, and I was resto for a while. I respect feral, basically because I wanted to be feral. I kind of enjoy tanking, as I learned on this guy, especially when I was tanking a few instances early on with him. So, let's rebuff that. So, let's throw on Lightning Shield. I don't use that much, let's do that. So, we, the guild was like, yeah, we could use a feral druid, but we didn't have any in our raid team. So we thought that would help soak up some of the feral loot. And we had like 2 or 3 druids that were resto, which is really quite a good amount. Like, you really don't need more than 2 resto druids in a raid. In fact, just 1 is sometimes plenty. Kind of depends what you're trying to do. But we had like 3, and there was a time where we had like 4. Like, we were just at a point where we had so many resto druids that they were like, yeah, feral's fine. So, respect feral maybe 2 months ago now? Might have been more than that even. I geared up real fast. Like, I already had some of the gear because I was picking up even as a resto druid, because some of that leather tank gear no one wants anyway, so I got it regardless. But I tanked. So I tanked several bosses, like, as priority. I tend to tank a few things. I tend to tank Broodlord most of the time. In Blackwing Lair, I tend to help with the Drakes. I tank Veil. And I've tanked everything at this point, at least once, but I did Chromagus last week, which I might have talked about this already, and that went super well. Our usual tank for that was gone for the day, so I tanked it, and it was super easy. Like, I had no problems with it. The threat was easy. I talked to some healers. They said my health was very stable. That went really well. We did get another skill up, by the way, up to 241 mining, so this mithril node was well worth it. So all in all, Chromagus was super easy for me, which is nice. It's a good test on my gear. Oh, we got the grow buff from the Shrink Rat's nice. Then this week we usually have like 1 tank on Nefarian, and then sometimes we'll have a second tank just kind of second on threat, just in case the first one dies or something happens. The second one can then take over threat. And then I tend to kind of sit around second or third threat also, just because I prefer to tank to DPS, so I'll just build a bunch of threat, kind of stay behind the main tank. And this week, I was third on threat when a warrior call went out towards the end. He was about like, Nefarian was at like 20-25%. It's right around where phase 3 hit. And it's just before phase 3, I think, so we're kind of making some movements, getting ready for it. And the warrior that was up just gets crushed. Like, I don't know. It's because the warrior call goes out, and what happens when a warrior call happens, what that means is that the warrior that's tanking gets moved into a different stance. It's like Berserker stance, I think, where they take more damage, significantly more damage, and they can't use some of their defensive cooldowns. So the warrior just got smashed. And it happened fast, like very fast. So then the second person on threat was another warrior who's our other tank, our second tank. And the first one died so fast that the second tank didn't have a shield on. So it went straight to the second tank, didn't have a shield on, and it was the warrior call still. So that second tank just got blown up. Like, it was super fast. Like, within 5 seconds, both tanks died, basically. It was rough. Neither of them, I think neither of them had their shields on, to be honest, when the call went out. Like, they just weren't ready for it, and they didn't react fast enough because the amount of time it took for it to switch aggro especially was short. So I was third on threat, as the bear tank, and I was like, oh, this is easy. Warrior calls don't mess with the druid. So I tanked Nefarian, and we just tanked them from about 25%, I think I took over. It's a cool little area, but there's really nothing in here, is there? I probably could cook on these things if I had some food to cook. Anyway, we cleared the whole cave. Still need 2 more Rage-Scar Yeti hides. But yeah, so I tanked it from like 30% down. We had like, there was no druid call, which is nice, and it was easy. It was just like my druid is so well geared, and I've like built him to be well geared for it. So I spec'd to be like a pure tank. I have all my enchants set up to just generate tons of threat, and so I just pull a ton of threat on that druid, like it's absolutely a ton of threat. So pretty much no one ever takes threat away from me when I'm on my druid, unless there's a threat wipe mechanic. Like some bosses will artificially drop your threat by like 50%. In those cases, sometimes I've lost threat. Broodlord does that. I've lost threat there a few times, which is how the fight works. Like you need to have, you don't have to, depends, but you're pretty much going to have another tank for Broodlord to, oh, I need Wind Fury up. What am I doing? To be ready for when the threat knockdown happens. And there's some like the Drakes in Blackwing Lair. They'll do like a threat drop, so you have to have a mechanic where you have like the off-tank taunt to take the wing buffet, which is like the threat drop. But so there's mechanics that make you lose threat in some sense, and if you don't handle those well, if your rotations don't work, then you might lose threat. But as far as raw, this guy's gonna aggro, isn't he? As far as raw pulling threat off me, basically that only has happened immediately going into a fight. If people DPS before I land a hit, then I can lose threat. But as long as I have land a hit first, then no one ever takes threat from me. Feral tanks generate so much threat when they use manual crowd pummeler, and I just farm those up a bunch, and so my druid I just use them whenever I need them, and yeah, it's almost impossible to pull threat off a druid, which is great. That's like why I like playing as a feral druid. It's like a nice, it's a little bit different than a warrior tank. There's some benefits, some negatives, but some benefits. But I'm trying to like prove to my guild that a bear tank is really good. Excuse me. So I go in there, get a few consumables on my guy. Even in Molten Core, I'll consume up a bit. Make sure I got my manual crowd pummelers in abundance. And yeah, the guild, we used to have a feral tank. He quit WoW months ago, but it was almost before I joined the guild. But most people in the guild had a good feeling about feral tanks, and I think held up that belief. It's interesting because you don't need feral tanks in classic WoW at all. Like a warrior tank can tank everything. There's nothing that warriors cannot tank. But druids really have some benefits. Feral tanks, if they play well, they have good gear, and they spec well, and they largely have a lot to do with just knowing what you're doing as a tank. But let's do a shrinky dink on this guy. Oh, I got another grow. I've gotten the grow buff like 3 times in a row on this thing. It's amazing. It's so much better than the shrink anyway. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I'm not as we also have a boomkin in our raids recently. We have so many druids that one of them respect. Oh, nice, we're done. One of them respect Moonkin, which has been really goofy. But he did like I think he had like a 99 pars on Ragnaros the other day. So basically means compared to all other Moonkin spec druids, he was like the top 1% in damage. It was goofy. So we finished the Rage-Scar Yeti hide quest, and let me think about this. So I'm gonna do a couple things. First of all, let's grab this Excavator's brand. So I want to show you guys this. This is the thing I was saying was kind of cool. Excavator's brand. I mean, tell me that is not an awesome looking weapon. And we're gonna get a second one in a little bit. I'll show you that in a few episodes. We'll go and mess around with that. But I love that there's like a nice like illumination effect from it too. But I love that thing. We're gonna put it in the mail, or not the mail, bank for now. It was like, by the way, like, I think I spent 15 gold on it on the auction house. I've bought another one before for 5 gold, so it's not that expensive, thankfully. I want to put this in here. And then I want to equip wherever my weapon is. This. Go. Cool. Was there anything I wanted to pull out of here? I think we're good on this stuff. Yeah. I still need to reply to this message. I'm so sorry to Thaddeus that I have not replied, but I will reply to you. Oh, I got a perfect Yeti hide. What is this? I missed this, apparently. I don't know when I looted that. Perfect Yeti hide. It wasn't that far ago. Okay. This begins a quest. Bring the perfect Yeti hide to Jangdor Swift Strider at Camp Mohachi Feralas. Cool. I'm trying to think if I want to do anything. I kind of want to look for rings real quick in the auction. Oh, I don't want to do. Also, I want to drop off his hat into the heal gear. But I wanted to look. I haven't looked at this in a while. Miscellaneous finger. Let's look level 40 and above usable. Sure. So what would I want? Let's sort by item level. So we have 4 stamina, 9 spirit. These are a lot of resistance rings. I don't really care about these. I don't care about that. 12 agility is kind of nice. 13 agility is kind of nice. 12 strength. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking to see if there's anything that's like, oh, that's a nice ring. I would like to have that as an upgrade. Healer rings, maybe. Of the monkey ring. 8 stamina, 7 agility. That's pretty nice. Not amazing. Still better than, probably better than Seal Sylvanas. I don't know if it's that much better though. Do I want to spend 6 gold on it? That Desert Ring of the Tiger, 8 agility, 7 strength. That's pretty nice. None of these are really standing out to me as being amazing. 12 intellect, 5 stamina for 150 gold. That's never selling. That's garbage. Do I have any leather gear left? I have a leather hat. So what hats could I get that would be better? Leather or mail headpiece. Search. I haven't looked at the auction house in a while for things. Here we go. No, none of these really. I'm looking for stuff that's like really DPS focused. None of these are really better. Do I have any other leather pants? There's nothing that's gonna be. Those pants are so good. These trip runner dungarees, yeah. I'm not spending 15 gold on whatever this is. Garbage. Some overpriced stuff on the auction house. Alright, let's look at something else. Let's go to recipes and search. See if there's any recipes I could pick up that'd be... Oh, I want to do engineering. Oops. Engineering recipes. World Enlarger. That's a cheap one. I'll take that. Sure. Thorium Rifle. Sure, that's a cheap one. Why not? Craftsman Monocle. What does that make? Nope. These I can buy, I think, from vendors. I'm not going to do that. Alright, we got a few recipes. And then finally, I want to list a couple things in the auction house. Let's appraise a star ruby. What is this worth? In fact, it sells for 50 silver. That's fine. I'm just going to vendor it. I don't think it's worth dealing with. And then, I don't need more of these. I'm just going to post them up and sell them. Let's do something like this. I usually undercut a little bit. Sure, create auction. It's fine. Is this worth much? Long Elegant Feather. I feel like these have a use too. Sure. Wait 24 hours, 45. Sure. Elemental Water I'm going to hold on to. Globe of Water I'm going to hold on to. Yeah, I think the rest is I'm going to keep for the time being. I don't do a lot of auction housing on this guy, but sometimes I like to stop by and do it. Usually I just send it to my bank and take care of it over there. It's a little bit easier. I'd love to find a rogue. It's very quiet in Orgrimmar right now. This is the quietest I've seen it in a long time. It's so early in the morning though. Auction 1, sure. Sure. And let's train that. Train that. We'll eventually make those things. Or at least the World Enlarger. It's kind of fun. So what I wanted to do was, I guess, swap out this hat with that one. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, so I think at this point I've done... Oh no, the last thing, I need to do one more thing. It's really important. I want to do the Midsummer Festival quests. So we've got... we don't have much quest space, it's unfortunate. How do we do this? Let's at least grab an easy one, then. Yeah. We are very short on quest space. I've got so many random quests for different zones. I don't want to get rid of any of them because... Yeah, I kind of like these quests. But it's a Midsummer Festival, so let's go at least get a couple things. What does this guy have? Warcaller Gorlock?
What do you need?
Call to Arms, Plaguelands. No, I'm not going to go to Plaguelands yet. We actually are high enough level. At 50, I feel pretty reasonable to go to Western Plaguelands. I tend to wait until I'm like 51 to go to Plaguelands, ideally, but it's not impossibly bad. So what we can do is, let's see if I talk to this guy. So the Fire Festival, basically, or I call it Fire Festival, the,
That better be good.
what's this? Festival of Fire. Midsummer is upon us once again. Each year, tradition dictates flame keepers are chosen to tend the bonfires within our capitals. While fires are burning throughout Azeroth, it is imperative that ours be the hottest and brightest to properly pay homage to the season. In fact, I have a task for you, if you don't mind. I've yet heard if the fires in all capitals are properly burning. You travel there yourself and warm yourself by the fires, make sure they are hot. So we're just going to hit up all the capital ones for now. There's other ones that go to like different parts of Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms. There's some that are in dungeons. Some that are in alliance towns. We'll probably try to do all of those if I can, but I want to at least start with the easiest one, which is this, and go from there. If you click the flagpole, this ribbon pole, someone else, you get a 1 hour 30 fire resistance buff, and if you complete these quests, you get these Burning Blossoms. You throw that into here, and you get a 3% crit buff, which is actually a really nice buff. So I think we will stop here for today, and next episode we're gonna at least head to Thunderbluff and Ratchet to get a part of this quest done, and then get the Stone Circle done in Ratchet. Actually, I'll go this way; it's probably a little bit faster, and then might go down to Feralas, Tenaris, Feralas, turn in some quests there. I'm tempted to maybe go to Undercity to get this first Fire Festival quest done. Kind of nice. Some easy experience, reputation, and the buffs is nice. I like that 3% crit buff. That is going to be nice for leveling. Just thinking about it. Yeah. I'm going to stop the episode here for sure, though. And next time we'll probably start in Ratchet or Thunderbluff. So that is all for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.